Thank you very much. It's a big day. Very important day for me. Should be important for everybody, including the media. But they don't really cover it fairly, I will tell you that. Shocking. Please sit down. Thank you. We're gathered here today for a truly solemn occasion. Throughout this hall, I am joined by heartbroken Americans who have lost parents, siblings, children, grandchildren, and treasured loved ones to the scourge of illegal immigration led in by the past administration. Millions and millions of people from jails, millions and millions of people from countries that we don't want to know about. Drug dealers, murderers, 11,888 murderers were allowed into our country by the Biden administration. These are the angel families that we love, that for decades our government betrayed and our media totally ignored. And I've seen it. When I first got involved with the angel families, I had a meeting. It was so sad. And they got up and spoke, and the media literally just turned off the cameras. They didn't want to hear them. It was my first glimpse as to what was happening. These are sick people. They cover stories like that, or they don't cover them, which is worse. Everyone in this room not only suffered an infinite loss, they were the victims of politicians who put the comfort of foreign criminals before the safety of American citizens and American patriots. Their stories were censored and suppressed like maybe almost never before.
No!
So that the politicians could open our borders and allow our nation to be invaded. We didn't win the election, our nation would right now be destroyed. But under the Trump administration, their suffering is forgotten no longer. In just a few moments, I officially sign a proclamation that I've been waiting to sign for a long time, including my first administration. There were so many different legal roadblocks, it was incredible. We'll get it done. And I'm doing it today. February 22nd is going to be National Angel Family Day. Very important. So many incredible family members and friends, parents and children. On February 22nd, 2 years ago, a brilliant 22-year-old nursing student named Laken Hope Riley went out for a run on a college campus in Georgia. Laken was viciously attacked, brutally beaten and murdered by an illegal alien gang member who the last administration heartlessly released into our country. No problems. Let them in. They let in everybody. They didn't check anybody. They let in everybody. Among the first bills I signed into law for taking office last year was the Laken Riley Act. So proud of it. To ensure illegal alien criminals are rapidly removed from the United States of America. If that's okay with the media. That bill has already been really playing a big role in the life of our country, resulting in over 21,000 illegal alien arrests. 21,000. We're joined this morning by Laken's parents, who I have gotten to know. They're incredible people. And I want to ask Laken's mother, Allison, to please come forward and say a few words, please. Hi, Allison.
Well, this is unexpected, but I think that a lot of people feel like that President Trump is maybe different than the version I've gotten to know. And I just can't thank you enough. You have said from the beginning, literally the day after this happened, you would not forget about Laken. You weren't president at that time, and you have not forgotten. You have fought a fight that most people would not want to have to fight. Most people wouldn't, and would just think it's just easier not to do this. And President Trump you are doing a thankless job that most people just wouldn't do. And I just can't thank you enough. There are just not enough words to say. Because if you've lived the nightmare that we have lived, you understand the importance of the job that he's doing and securing our nation and fighting for our families. Because this could be any family. This happened to my family. This could be any one of your families. And Lincoln was the most responsible, hardworking, kind, selfless, beautiful Christian. And she wasn't somebody that put herself in bad positions. She didn't make bad choices. She was just a good girl. And she just wanted to go for a run that morning. After she'd gotten up at 4 o'clock the morning before to decorate her roommate's door for her birthday. And she did everything for everyone else. She expected nothing in return. She just wanted to be a good friend and a good sister and a good daughter and a hard-working nurse. She was working so hard for. And I'm beyond blessed and thankful that you're honoring not just Lincoln, because she's one in a ton of people that have suffered at the hands of illegal immigrants. She's not the only one. And so thank you for honoring all of them, not just Lincoln. And we're just beyond grateful.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Amazing, Allison. You have to go through this. It doesn't get that much easier, does it? Right? Even with time. It's been a while now, and it doesn't get that much easier. But I want to thank you for your incredible courage. We're all courageous in a sense. Everybody in this room is courageous. And we're willing to tell the story. And I don't know why the news doesn't want to hear it. The Democrats don't want to hear it. The radical left, they don't want to hear it. What's not to hear? We want to stop murderers and criminals from coming into our country. I watched the mayor of Minneapolis. I watched these people saying, they want to protect murderers. I don't get it. Something's sick. They're sick. You can't have a country like that. So we appreciate the bravery of everybody in this room, actually. And Christy, I want to thank you, and I want to thank Tom in particular for we have a border that's 100% closed now. 100%. So Lincoln's story is even more tragic because her death was completely preventable. It shouldn't have happened. Guy should never been here. Not only should her killer not have been released into our country in the first place, but he was released a second time after being arrested in New York City. Here today is a great gentleman, the police officer who arrested that illegal alien, only to watch him be set free to kill. And he was arrested and they let him go free. They knew he was trouble, big trouble. Many of them are like that. They release him knowing he's going to kill again. But they released him and set him free to kill Lincoln. So I'd like to have Ethan Carreri come up, please. He's a great, highly respected police officer, and you could explain what happened. Come on up. Thank you, Ethan.
today. It's an honor to be speaking with you guys. My name is Ethan Carreri. I'm a police officer in Palm Beach County, Florida, and a former New York City police officer. While serving the New York City Police Department, I personally arrested Jose Ibarra for endangering the welfare of a child. A few months later, I saw his face again in the news after he viciously murdered Laken Riley. I did my job. I put him in custody. The system failed. No detainer, no accountability, no deportation. Innocent American life was taken. If you enter our country illegally, there will be consequences under this administration. The American citizens must always come first. To Laken Riley's family, your loss should have never happened. We owe it to you and every American family to enforce our laws, secure our border, and protect innocent lives. Mr. President, thank you so much for having me here today, and thank you for all you've done for our country. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I noticed you left New York to come to Florida. It's in a way, it's too bad, right? You couldn't take it anymore. They don't let you do your job. But thank you very much, Stephen. It's great, highly respected person. I have to do a little checking before I introduce people, otherwise I get in trouble. Sometimes I introduce people and they say, sure, you know this or that, but you checked out very, very well. Wow. Stories like Laken's are one more reason why my administration will do everything in our power to end these courts at sanctuary cities once and for all. They protect criminals. Why do people find they protect criminals with a vengeance? They fight for these criminals like murders. That's protecting murders. They fight for them so hard. There's something wrong with them. We're joined today by so many angel families who are grieving a terrible loss and gone through hell. Steve Ronnebeck he's the father of 21-year-old Grant Ronnebeck. A beautiful guy who was shot and murdered by an illegal alien while he was working behind the counter of a convenience store in Arizona. He was working behind the counter. Steve, would you please come forward? We'll talk about your boy.
According to Guinness World Records,
thank you very much.
the height of the tallest living tree in feet.
You know, I spent some time with President Trump in his first election. President Trump talked about Grant even before he was elected, 2016. And finally, we had hope. We had hope that it was going to end.
Jody, how long was the football field?
I was just talking to Secretary Nolan that
Hold on a second. Sorry, man.
we all sat around the table one day.
It's 300 feet.
During one of our visits to Washington. And again, the word preventable came up.
300 feet.
All these deaths at the hands of illegal immigrants are preventable.
Do you think there's a tree that's higher than 300 feet?
They could have been stopped. We could have done so much more, unfortunately, at the hands of the election that we questioned. Somebody took their foot off the brakes, put their foot on the accelerator to let these people into our country. And it wasn't just regular people, it was criminals, it was murderers, killers, rapists. And now today, we are finally going to see that somebody's going to remember all of our loved ones. They're going to remember the names, and they're going to remember what we've all been through. Thank you, Mr. President.
And think of it, I'm not talking politics, I'm just talking life.
I want Lakers tickets.
That election, it wasn't rigged, it was a rigged election by millions and millions of votes. The guy that never left his basement, it was all run by crooked people. And COVID was a little bit of a shield. We had a lot of things going on. But it was rigged by millions of votes. We did great in that election. If that election wasn't rigged, every single one of the people in this room right now would not be here. You'd be home with your son, daughter, family.
Yes, Miss Pat.
with a strong border. You know, we solved it. Cornerstone, we solved it. In 2016, the border was bad. Nothing like it was this time. It was like beautiful compared to this time. This was legendary. In the history of the world, there's never been a border like this when millions of people poured in. At least 25 million people. And many of them were the wrong people. Many. You know, when countries fill up the caravans, they don't fill them up with their finest. I wouldn't. And I would do exactly what they did if the United States would be willing to take all of our criminals and people, or people that don't work. But they're smart people. I got to know most of those leaders. I know them. I said, what are you doing? They said, look, it was a totally open border. They saved hundreds of millions of dollars. And they gave it to us. And we've done a great job. Tom Holman, Christino, our people have been incredible. The job they've done. And they take nothing but abuse, but, you know, they're sort of pretty hardened to that, I think, because they know they're doing the right thing. It just amazes me that he's not like... He's an expensive top of the line, right? But you know what? You're going to have 20/20 vision. Because I noticed you're wearing glasses. I saw you yesterday on television wearing glasses, and I said, well, but you know, speaking of your family, it would be a lot different right now, except for the election. So I always say, it's too bad that happened. And if I had it to do again, it's despite the tremendous job we're doing now, I wish it could have been any other way, because we wouldn't even be having this meeting right now. There'd be nobody. I wouldn't have gotten to know you. But it's gotten to know you under very bad circumstances, right? The worst circumstances. So, one of those things. But the thing I can't understand is why the press isn't more supportive. They're so dishonest. The stories, the polls, they poll you. They say, oh, the angel moms, right? The angel moms are the finest people I've met. I mean, the angel moms and families and dads, these are unbelievable people. Why are they so angry with angel moms? They had their child killed. Stories that are so horrible, I'm not going to mention. A couple of people are in the room. What they did with the child after they murdered the child. It's not even, and these people are actually on the side of the criminal. I don't get it. Now, someday you're going to explain it to me. But I don't, you can't hear it. It's crazy. Laura Wilkerson is another American mom whose 18-year-old son, Joshua was horribly beaten, tortured, and murdered by an illegal alien who went totally crazy. And just went to school. And I'd like to ask Laura to come up and say a few words about Joshua. Please. Hi. Another one of my friends. One of my original friends.
Thank you so much for having me today. My name is Laura Wilkerson, and I want to thank everybody for their help in gathering us here, the American Border Story, and the White House, and all of your helpers. I thank you for that. I met a man about 11 years ago who was running for office, and he sat with us a couple of days, and he watched as the tears rolled down my face as I told him the story of how our youngest son Joshua was brutally beaten, tortured, strangled to death, and his body set on fire. The man next to me was President Trump. He never ever looked away from my pain. He looked me straight in the eye and he said, I will never forget the story of your sweet son, and I will never give up fighting for the American family. I looked at him and I believed him. And here we are these years later, and you can tell all of the work he's done. He's never missed a day of fighting for the American family. I don't know if I've ever met a man who is more interested in this country and running its country and getting it back in shape. And I'm so grateful for what he does every single day. I can't even pretend to understand the spiritual battles that swirl around the office of the presidency and the man who owns that office. I would ask that God breathe a fresh breath of air through this administration so that he can calm those spiritual battles and allow our president to continue to do the hard work. Jesus works on my family every day, still healing us today. And I am just so incredibly grateful for the man who's in office, who never quits. He is sidelined so many times, but we know the man, Jesus, who can take care of that. And we pray today in his name that he will sweep through this country and make it right again. Thank you so much for having me.
I just want to thank you. It's amazing. The words are so beautiful. So beautiful. I get introduced often. I'm getting introduced by people. In many cases, they hate me. And they look at me and say, productions like that. But all we're doing is the right thing. It's sort of simple. Right? It's sort of simple and not simple for you. And that's when I was running, actually. That was before I won. I didn't know if I was going to win or not. I was running against 17 politicians. But no, I never forgot that. Jody Jones is a loving brother whose cherished sibling Rocky was killed by an illegal alien monster, real monster, who went on a deranged crime spree after being released from prison as part of the California Sanctuary City policy. Jody, please come up. Thank you. Well, I have this speech, but I'm not going to give it. What I'm going to tell you is from my heart. I want to thank my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, first of all, before I do anything. I want to thank the American Border Story, and I absolutely want to thank President Donald J. Trump. Thank you, sir, for putting America first, and putting these angel families first, and letting everybody know their stories, because we matter. Thank you, sir. My brother Rocky Jones was murdered by a criminal illegal alien.
God, it's like one of the
He was at the wrong place at the wrong time. This man was arrested, released, and within 24 hours he went on a shooting spree in Central California. Unfortunately, my brother was in the wrong place at the wrong time. This man shot my brother 8 times at point-blank range. I pray that no other family has to go through that. Unfortunately, they will. And just know, President Trump, I want you to know, no matter what the fake media says about you, the American people love you, and we will support you all the time. We love you. I'm sick and tired of hearing these Democratic politicians stand up on these podiums and say how sorry they are for seeing these criminal illegal aliens being ripped apart from their families. What about us? What about the American family? What about us? We need something too. And this man right here understands it. I was listening to Grandma Cook, and she said thank you to President Trump. And I love that lady. I don't even know her. I just heard her. I got the fire inside me. I'm like, wow. That's American. I love America. I want you guys to understand this. Americans are not racist. We're not xenophobic because we want a safe America and we want to put Americans first. This man's not racist because he wants to put Americans first. Are you kidding me? I know you guys hear it all the time, but we are not. And I'm going to tell you something.
Nice to see you. Hope everything's okay today.
I love America.
He's all right. Oh no, your
I love
really
Donald
damaged.
Trump.
Did someone throw a shot
I love
at
my
your
family.
face?
And by gosh, I love America.
If you knew how many times I'm walking down the street and she was going.
Thank you very much, Donald Trump. President Trump, you are the man.
You know, I heard that
You are the man. I want to say this. I'm going to end here. I want to say this. I love my country.
That's not really
God bless you. God bless Donald Trump. And God bless America.
So you're having a good time. Really, I like to get down to work.
Thank you very much. It's
Sitting at the keyboard 12
incredible.
minutes a day doing what I do.
I want to now introduce somebody that I get to know pretty well. Just tell you a discussion.
From one station to the
Wonderful
next
mothers,
station, I print out
Patty
all
Moran,
the
who lost her
I make decisions.
beautiful daughter Rachel,
Taste. That's amazing.
and
You can do
Tammy
all that.
Nobles, who lost her daughter.
Thank you for coming in. I
Kayla.
hope you come back.
Your daughters would be unbelievably proud, and they are as they look down. I'm sure they're looking down.
Oh, I didn't even
And
notice.
they'd be very proud of you. They're thanking you right now for your courage. You've gone through a lot. I know you. And I just have to recognize some of the families. I mean, the families that are here this morning, I know many of them, not all of them. And you know, it grows at a pretty strong level, nothing like it was in the past. You remember when during the campaign Biden would say, and then I guess Kamala's the same thing, same ideology, same level of intelligence, I think.
What do you think you heard?
But she would say, and he would say, no, it's wonderful to have the people come into our country. These are fine people, these are nice people, and they don't commit crime.
Do you think that might be behind the curtain?
And I called Tom home and I said, what's the story in that? Because I think they're really violent. And Tom would say, these are the most violent people in the world that are coming in. These make our, I remember you said, these make our criminals look like choir boys. And you know what? You were right. You were right. But I want to thank those two people because of what they went through. And I want to recognize all of the families here this morning who have lost loved ones, families. Thousands are not here.
Thanks for coming.
And they're feeling just the way you do.
You can hang out here all night.
Sad.
Oh no, who's breaking in?
And continue to fight. You know, they say time helps. But I've seen some people and the time isn't really not helping that much. Time heals all wounds, but it's Matt, do you feel better now or the same? I mean, you gotta feel a little bit better. You gotta, but it's not like the phrase, wonderful phrase, time heals like everything's good. Excuse me? Yeah, I know. We'll continue to fight though and we'll stop this horrible situation, and we have stopped a lot of it. The big thing, you know, you saw that murders are down to the most in 125 years. This before my father was born in 1905. 5 years before my father was born. My father was great. But so 1900, 125 years, the murders, the lowest rate. You know why? Because they closed the borders, and we got a lot of people out. It's not just closed it, we got a lot of people out. Washington, D.C. is now safe. Right. We don't want to close the borders with them. We got a lot of them out. We got many of the worst ones out. Go for them first. But I want to conclude by reading part of a letter I received earlier this year from two heartbroken grandparents who will never again see their 8-year-old granddaughter after an illegal alien ran her over with his truck purposely. They wrote to me, we are hurting so badly and now know that the hurting in our family will never go away. Never, ever will go away. We're not seeking notoriety. We don't care about press coverage. But we do want our girl to be remembered. We want people to actually know how preventable this murder was. And lastly, we want the American government to be accountable to its citizens. True, they should be accountable for what they did. That's my administration, and I will tell you, fighting, and we're fighting so hard. All of them, everybody together is fighting. We're putting American citizens first. We're defending American lives, and we're fighting for every angel family. Angel families are beautiful families. They're beautiful families. That was my first, early on when we first met, that was my first, I didn't know about angel families, you know. I never did this before, so I didn't do these and things. But I said, I can't believe it. My first meeting, they were so angry at the press, at a mom who lost her daughter so violently. Right? It might have been at the first meeting. I said, this is strange. What's going on? It was anger from the fake news. But the Angel family, they really very thorough and really changed. I could see how you'd change that. You have to go through this stuff. But never changed. I thought they were among the greatest people I've ever met. I've met the heads of countries. A lot of them aren't so nice, but
Wayne, thank you so much for
Yeah,
the
some power.
sequence and the car.
and we've done very well with all of those people. But among the finest people I've ever met are the people in this room and many people outside of this room. I know many, many more than just in the room. But we restored our border, and that's now totally secure, and our country is at the safest level it's been in many, many years. How could anyone possibly say we want open borders, knowing, especially, let's say you did that, because you're foolish, or stupid or something. And you did it, but after a couple of weeks, you're going to know that the people coming here, if you're running a country, you want to send your bad people out. That was the way I looked at it. I didn't know anything about it. I ran for office, but I have a lot of sense. And I said, well, open borders is no good because if I'm running the country nearby or far away, I had no idea how far away. They came from the Congo in Africa. They came from all over, not just South America. Congo let vast numbers, hundreds and hundreds, and probably thousands of people out of jail. They brought them through Mexico and they dropped them into our country. But you would say that common sense, well, and I said it right from almost the first day. I said, how can you have an open border? All the countries are going to be dropping their prisoners into us. That's exactly what happened. And mental patients and others. So we have a country that's now doing well. We have the greatest economy we've ever had. We have the most activity we've ever had. I'm making a speech tomorrow night, and you'll be hearing me say that. I mean, it's going to be a long speech because we have so much to talk about. But Americans like Lakin and Grant and Javier and Joshua, Rocky, Rachel, Kayla, these are great people, and we're never going to forget them. I'll never forget them. I don't know how long I'll be around. A lot of people, young and fond of them right now. But I will not forget them. I'm never going to forget them. And I just think you're among the most brave people. I meet a lot of brave people. I meet warriors. I give out congressional medals of honor. People recommend, like these two in front of me are so wonderful, but they recommend, and I meet the greatest people. But this is a group of people that for whatever reason I just feel maybe the warmest of them. So at least you have one friend. And we don't understand why you don't have many, and maybe you will. I don't know. So I'm going to go sign the proclamation, and then we're going to sit in the audience. I'm going to sit with you for the reading of the victims' names, and I'll then depart to a song sung by our incredible, talented military, Amazing Grace. Okay? Sound good? Now we can have some of the families come up, some of the people come up. You know who you are. And someone you can stand around with. I don't use an auto pen, so you can watch me actually sign it.
New camping package.
We'll do this the right way. You have, I want to give coins to the family, I think. Right?
And it didn't bring anything inside.
And the Secret Service, well, you'll get it from me. Oh, nice. Oh, hi, Emma.
Yeah.
Okay, you ready, Emma? We're going to sign this, okay? Okay, that's a good one.
Ale1. Ale1. Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
You take care of yourself. You can hold that. Just for a little while. So let's do this candle lighting, and it's very beautiful.
Sheila, it seems like you need a vacation. So how about one to Mexico?
We will now light a candle in honor of the victims in solidarity with their families. Following the lighting of the candle, the names of the victims will be read aloud so that their memory may be honored.
Treehouse Boutique Hotel. Unwind and reconnect with nature at this serene private escape that offers access to the hotel's private cenote and is located near world-class beaches and Mayan cultural sites. Daily breakfast is included. We've also added private airport transfers, a $155 amenities credit, and a Chichen Itza tour. Wow!
Katie Abraham,
Wow. Well, that's going to be the strip.
Chad
Okay, come on over here.
Ister.
It's round trip coach from LA to Cancun. And
Austin
then you go to Tulum, 6
Babcock.
nights. The game's called Coming and Going, so it's one price or the other.
Megan
It's either gonna be
Elizabeth
$6,258,
Listen,
Bob.
Colleen. Listen, Colleen.
Jesse
$8,526.
Bird,
Just
Liam
one way or the other.
Cantu.
Towards you or